بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
يا بني إسرائيل اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأني فضلتكم على العالمين واتقوا يوما لا تجزي نفس عن نفس شيئا ولا يقبل منها شفاعة ولا يؤخذ منها عدل ولا هم ينصرون. وإذ نجيناكم من آل فرعون يسومونكم سوء العذاب يذبحون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وهو خير ناصر ومعين سيدنا سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي الزهراء محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. أما بعد، قال الله الحكيم في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا بني إسرائيل اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأني فضلتكم على العالمين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. But as I have already sent you the 19th session of the Dars-E-Afseer, which is Al-Baqarah verses 47 to 50. So we are going to have tafsir of these verses, and the first verse of tonight's discussion is the verse 47 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Ya Bani Israel adhkuru ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum. O children of Israel, call to mind my favors, and ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum, which I bestowed on you. Wa anni faddaltukum ala al-alamin, and that I made you excel the nations of that time. Faddaltukum ala al-alamin. This ayah is actually addressing to the children of Israel. We know about Israel. Who knows Israel? About Israel? Not the angels, one of the angels who takes our souls. Israel is the name of Prophet Yaqub. Yaqub, we know that. The father of Prophet Yusuf. The children of Yaqub, they got 11 sons, and it was a big family at that time. And Jews, they consider themselves as the children of Hazrat Yaqub, Jacob, right? Why he got the name of Israel? Who knows about this? Actually, in the language Hebrew, sometimes they called Ebrani, right? Hebrew language, Hebrew, what they say in Israel, right? Hebrew. In Hebrew language, Isra means the servant, the worshipper. Abd in Arabic. Abd means the servant. Il means God, Allah. Israel means the servant of God. The true meaning of Israel is the servant of God, Abdullah, right? And the children and the big family of Hazrat Yaqub is known as Bani Israel or Banu Israel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has addressed to Banu Israel several times in Holy Quran, because actually they feel that they are superior than other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Unfortunately, today in Israel and the Zionist power, based on this wrong concept of being superior upon all other nations, they claim that we are having right to rule, we are having right to rule upon all other nations. The other nations are just like servants, and we are just like the owners of them, the masters of them. That was the misconcept of Jews community. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing to these people, O children of Israel, call to mind my favors. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding them about the favor when they were oppressed nation by the people of Pharaoh, right? Pharaoh used to abuse them and make them very oppressed, and those people were under the oppression of Pharaoh. Allah has given salvation to them, rescue them from the people of Pharaoh. And here, when the Jews denied the Holy Prophet, Allah remind them, look, once upon a time you are oppressed people, Allah has bestowed His favors upon you and give you salvation from the people of, come on, Pharaoh, right? So why you are doing the same as Pharaoh used to do with you? So reminding favors is actually for convincing them, to convince them to accept the final prophet. Don't be like people of Pharaoh who were abusing you, right? So, Ya Bani Israel, udhkuru ni'mati allati an'amtu. Just remind my favor, call to mind my favor which I bestowed on you. Wa anni faddaltukum ala al-alamin. That time I gave you chance to be the superior upon the nations. In other verses of Holy Quran, Allah has clearly said that Allah gave you chance to be superior upon the nations of that time, especially the people of Pharaoh, not the other peoples, not the other nations, right? And not forever as well. You had chance at a time, but right now if you don't bow in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's commands, if you don't accept Islam, you are not going to have the same status. Do they? No, there is no chance. Right. The other verse is actually making them more serious to understand. Vattaqu, and guard yourselves, yawman, the day. Which day is it? The day of judgment. La tajzi nafsun an nafsin shay'a. And that day no one can get any kind of help from others. There will be no assistance provided to the people. That day everyone has to be accountable, answerable in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Even we avail another. وَلَا يُقْبَلُ مِنْهَا شَفَاعَةٌ, nor shall intercession be accepted from anyone. وَلَا يُؤْخَذُ مِنْهَا عَدْلٌ, nor shall any ransom be taken from anyone. وَلَا هُمْ يُنْصَرُونَ, nor shall they be helped from outside. So, they will be helpless, they will be having no friends to assist them, there will be no support for them just because of being Jews or because of being Muslims, right? That that day is the day of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-Yawm, as Quran says in another part of the Quran. Quran says that that day is just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's day. Limanil mulk al-yawm. Who has any kind of power except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that day? In that day, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has full power, and no one has power at all. So that day, Allah made them to realize that because of their claim, they are not going to be superior. They are not going to have any kind of status, especially in the day of judgment. So they have to realize this and come to believe in Islam. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has reminded here as well. وَإِذْ نَجَّيْنَاكُمْ مِنْ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ. Remember when we delivered you from the people of Fir'aun. Min Ali Fir'aun. يَسُومُونَكُمْ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. Who had afflicted you with evil torment. I mean, many tortures, Bani Israel. They were really oppressed people that time. Bani Israel is to kill the male and leave the female as it is. Why? Because they want ladies to be the slaves for them. They should be in their service, at their service. Because of this tactic, the children of Bani Israel used to be killed, the male sons, and then the daughters and the women taken as slaves. So Allah has given salvation to them, and Allah has rescued from the people of Pharaoh. So you remember this and try to understand the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and not to be exactly as Pharaoh used to be, right? Unfortunately, what they do exactly right now, they do with Muslims what they have been done by Pharaoh. When they were oppressed by Pharaoh and the people of Pharaoh, now they are trying to be like people of Pharaoh, oppressing other innocent people, especially the Muslims. يُذَبِّحُونَ أَبْنَاءَكُمْ, slaughtering your sons, وَيَسْتَحْيُونَ نِسَاءَكُمْ, and sparing your women folk. وَفِي ذَلِكُمْ بَلَاءٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ عَظِيمٌ. Alaykum assalam. And that was the greatest trial from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was great examination of Bani Israel on that time. So, again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has reminded Bani Israel, وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ. We know the story of Bani Israel and the people of Pharaoh, don't we? We do, right? When the people of Pharaoh tried to kill Moses with his people called Bani Israel, right? After taking all these prisoners out of the prison, Moses got chance to run away from the town of Pharaoh, and the army of Pharaoh used to follow them to pick them, kill them, and destroy them. Allah has ordered Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, to put the stick on the sea, and sea got a beautiful highway. They could easily pass through the sea, and when they gone that side, the people of Pharaoh used to follow them. When they come in the middle of the sea, the Bani Israel used to just turn their back and watch what's happening with them. And the sea again drowned all these people of Pharaoh. Allah has now reminded Jews of the Holy Prophet's type, those who are not believing in the Prophet, those who are intentionally denying the Holy Prophet's message. Allah has reminded, look, remember, we have rescued you from the people of Pharaoh and destroyed the people of Pharaoh because of you. If you are doing the same as people of Pharaoh used to do, definitely Allah can repeat the history and destroy yourself. So don't think that because you are Bani Israel and Jews, you are superior and you are not going to be hurt by anyone. Right? وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ. We rescued. And remember when we divided the sea for you and delivered you and drowned Pharaoh's people while you were looking, while they were just watching what's happening. Okay? Come to the ayah 50, which I just have recited. Three important points to be taken into the consideration. Number one, about intercession. A big debate even amongst Muslims about intercession called shafa'ah. Right? Who knows about shafa'ah? Whatever you know, can you just disclose it if you know anything about shafa'ah? Any from ladies or from gents?
Someone acting between you and God.
Acting in what term?
Acting as a mediator to fulfill your mediator.
Now, mediating is different than intercession. Intercession is different than mediation.
No, that's what I was asking you. Do you mean the mediator?
Yeah, I think he
not
is.
necessarily mediator, but I'll change my word. But rather a means to.
Let me tell you, in Quran there are more than 80 verses about intercession, right? But all of them are not in positive meaning. Intercession, many people, they used to believe, even Jews, they believe that because we are Jew and we are superior than others, we have right to be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because Moses will come and do the intercession, shafa'ah. Again, Christians, they believe that Jesus is the actually mediator between us and God, and all sins have been taken from us, and Jesus have taken all the burden of the sins of the whole nation, right? And whatever Christians they do, although it's a major sin, Prophet Jesus is there to take the burden of all the sins. Is that right idea to think? Is right belief to have? No. But they know, they believe about Jesus, that he will do the intercession, and he has already sacrificed himself because of our sins. So whatever you do, don't worry about your sins, because he is already paid the penalty of what you are going to do, right? So one of the concept of intercession is Christians concept. Hindus, they believe in intercession, but they believe that many idols, they come and they do shafa'ah, and we will be okay, and we will go to where? Swarg. What they say? Yes, heaven. Swarg. Again, even ideal worshippers, they did not.
But how can they think of going south? Because they think they're going to be reincarnated, reincarnation. In Hindu belief, isn't it that reincarnation will be there?
Again, whatever, but for even rebirth, having rebirth, you need intercession. You need some sort of mediation. Someone should come and say, oh God, let him go back to the world again because he got some good deeds. So because of that good deed, he will come back and do the life, and then again. They said at least 7 times.
That's the concept of nirvana, which is the cycle repeats
Yes,
until they become perfect and merge with God.
Yeah.
That's the nirvana.
Well, that's what they believe, which is totally wrong. Everyone, because Allah has power to give the creation more and more, and look, billions of people are living here and no one is exactly the same with other. Everyone is unique. Everyone is 18 special things we carry with ourselves. No one has even one of them. 18 unique identification of our own. In that 18 identification, no one shares with us. No one shares us. Even your fingerprint, your eyes, your voice, your mind, your even many things which, I mean, the scientists, they disclosed it, that every human being got 18 unique identifications. Through them, you can identify the same person. So you cannot have the similarity with others, right? So Allah doesn't need of giving another birth. No, one exam, one trial, that's it. We get this life, after this life, we are finished. We are having no other birth to come back, right? The intercession, I am talking about intercession, right? Only the intercession approved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which one is it? The intercession approved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, recognized by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Is it that with Rasulullah and us?
Yes. The simple definition is that only infallibles, ma'asumin, those who are 100% pure, even they don't carry an error with them. There is no error with them, right? Even forgetting is not a sin, but it is something negative one, not the positive thing. They don't forget, they don't make mistake, they don't even have any kind of error or mistake or any kind of defect within their existence. So purely 100% infallible. Those who are infallibles have chance to do intercession, shafa'ah. Allah has recognized them illa manir tada, as Quran says. Manir tada means the chosen one, chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah is pleased by them, right? These people are actually having the status of intercession, shafa'ah, and they do shafa'ah. Shafa'ah, again the question raises here, how do they do shafa'ah? If I am sinful, if they come to do shafa'ah of myself to get rid of the sin, right? Is it fair with others? Is it not a partiality or favorism?
But if you're asking for forgiveness, they will help you.
That is tawbah. Allah can forgive your sins if you ask forgiveness, right? Before your death. Before your death, everything is in your hand. You're free man or woman having the option of going this way or that way, and you have chosen to come back to the right path, right, by doing tawbah. Intercession is not about this world. Intercession is about, come on, about in hereafter, right, in day of judgment. We got just few minutes for salat time. Inshallah, we are going to continue this after salat as well. So, it's very important discussion about intercession. Shafa'ah. Yeah, at least we should have 10 different sessions in order to know about Shafa'ah properly. I'm just briefing it and highlighting for you and for those who are inshallah watching us through the TV channel. Anyways, Shafa'ah, the first point is only approved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, recognized by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second point is those who are infallibles are having right to do Shafa'ah. The third important point is, what does it mean, Shafa'ah, right? If I am sinful, if they come to not sinful before my death, because before my death I have a chance to do tawbah, right? If I do tawbah by myself, doing tawbah, I am forgiven. That is not problem, and no one objects this, right? The problem is you have not done tawbah, you are sinful, you just went from this world, passed away from this world with sins, and that day of judgment the infallible comes and says, oh Allah, forgive him and make him go to Jannah. Does it right way? Is it fair with others? While someone is actually having sin, carrying sin, and the judgment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala requires to be punished. This person should be punished because of having sin, right? But you say that's intercession, the infallibles, those who come and they come to do intercession for their own people, right? As we believe. They do shafa'at of Shias, right? We believe them and they come and support us. Is it not favorism? Is it not partiality?
It is, but how do you get out of it?
Yeah, that is the question. Yeah. I'm just raising the question to ponder it and think more, because Quran is for thinking and to understand deeply. You get the answer after salat, inshallah. The question is clear, right? Everyone is understood, right? The question is understood, right?
Something to do with vilayat of Ali.
Again, if you believe in a wilaya and they come and they say, okay, because you believe me, right, believe in me, I'm going to do.
That, like from the beginning, like when we are born and says, I'll go to my grave, I believe in vilayat and I'll follow whatever Hazrat Ali has said. But some people are denying that right to Hazrat Ali. So how can Hazrat Ali go and defend them and say, okay, let them go as well? He won't go and ask Shafa'ah for anything.
No, the problem is the one who comes, they say, okay, I didn't believe in Imam Ali, right? But I do believe in God, right? I do believe in Holy Prophet, right? Holy Prophet, oh Holy Prophet, do Shafa'ah for me.
Holy Prophet had asked to believe on Ali as well.
Okay, right. Again.
Isn't it? That is the belief Rasulullah has said.
Yes.
Because Ali and Waliullah Wasilullah, how did it come?
Yes.
Rasulullah said, and if we have, so that's why Hazrat Ali is going to save us. But not, because if I don't believe all my life, only I believe on Allah and say, Allah said, don't ask Rasul, don't ask anyone. How can you come and save me?
Again, according to the Quran and according to the different hadiths, the first person who does Shafa'ah is the Holy Prophet himself.
Yes, but Holy Prophet will not go for those people.
So the question is why?
Why?
Why? You are just favoring to your cousin, you are favoring to your son-in-law, you are favoring to your own family.
Allah has said that.
It is
Yes.
not like that.
If Allah has said that.
It is like this, that Allah has chosen somebody who are the perfect, humble servant and his after. They perfectly do whatever the God do. The God said to them. Even Hazrat Ali said that you are the God which I admire to, and make me like that as you want. So the person who is on the peak, on the depths, is accepted as a Shafi'i. And he will
Again, I don't understand why you come all the intercession matter into Imam Ali only.
let me clear it. It is not only Ali. It is 14 Masumin.
Yes.
14 Masumin equally will.
Sallallahu clear. The question is that if shafa'a means coming to recommend for sinful personalities to get rid of it and do not get punished,
You mean pardon?
right?
Pardon.
Yes, pardon by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just imagine, in Day of Judgment, people have just two important destinations. Number one, hell. Number two, come on, heaven, right? And there is no other place other than these two. Everyone has to go to Jannah or to Jahannam. There is no third place at all. So the problem is that intercession is so important. Without intercession, no one can enter into Jannah, even no one can enter into Jahannam. How is it? Intercession is so important. Without that, no one can go to hell or heaven. Neither way. Why is it? The fact is that in Jannah, no one can enter with having even a small sin. So there is no place for sins. Where? In Jannah. Similarly, there is no place for any goodness in hell. The problem is everyone carries good and bad together. Just imagine the worst person in this world. Again, if you just imagine a person who is the worst one, having some goodness, carrying with something good. So he cannot go into the hell because of having good deeds. And the person who is doing lot of good deeds but having some sins, so he cannot enter into Jannah. So logically, you need intercession. You need some criteria to make people go to hell or heaven.
Excuse me, can I ask? There is this concept of mizan.
Yes.
You will have the good and the evil, and whichever is heavy, you go on.
Whatever, even the heavy
Yeah.
with the mizan, right? If you are heavy, having good deeds more. But what about the other sins which you have? Where those sins go? Because the clear fact is, in Jannah you cannot have any kind of sin. In Jahannam you cannot have any good deeds. You have mixed. Although those who are qualified for Jannah, having more deeds, good deeds, and less bad deeds, again they got bad deeds. Again they got sins, even one sin. They are not infallibles. Remember in your mind, keep in your mind that no one is infallible except the prophets and the 14 infallibles. Right? The rest of people are sinful as well as having good deeds. No one can go to hell, no one can go to heaven. This is the problem. To resolve this issue, Allah has set a criteria for both sides. That is intercession. Shafa'a. So how? When we imagine that only infallibles are left, pure, having no error, no sins. So they are actually the criteria. Allah will ask you infallibles, come and make people go to hell or heaven. Because we need to send them purely for hell, purely for heaven. They will come in between and they say, okay, oh Allah, you have set a criteria for hell and heaven both, right? And that is our status of wilaya, as correctly our sister has disclosed. But I wanted to make you more serious to think and remember the answer. The criteria is wilaya. Wilaya means the higher position given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to these infallibles, right? That status, they come. Those who have already informed properly, without any mistake, about wilaya, and they accept it, get chance to ask, oh infallibles, we alhamdulillah recognized you and the status given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can you do shafa'ah for us because of these sins? Right? They will do shafa'ah, means all the sins left will be removed. And when they enter into the paradise, they are completely clean, empty of sins. In other side, they got some good deeds. Because of the enmity of these infallibles, the enmity, dushmani, adawat, will eat all the good deeds of the people, those who are qualified to go to, come on, where? Hell. Hell. Right? So they also get empty of good deeds. They are clean from good deeds. They are clean from bad deeds. So they go to Jannah, they go to Jahannam. Because of this, intercession is so important.
Molana, what happened with what is barzakh then?
Barzakh is for the middle of between our death and the day of judgment.
Day of judgment, but this is what I read in one of the books, that in the barzakh we'll have to pay for our bad deeds, for the sin. We have to pay that, isn't it?
Of course, but the thing is, again and again and again, when you imagine if you spend 24 hours, you have created a huge file for yourself for just 24 hours, right? Good and bad. Everything is فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. A small tiny good deed, even you have thought about something good, is written there. Even you thought to do something good, right? That thought is there. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. Exactly about your bad deeds. So the files are huge. It should be clear in the barzakh and then in day of judgment. People, they take it very easy. They think nothing will happen. They feel that after death, who knows, right? But they have to know that there is very serious issue of our life after death. So we have to be careful. All this.
What about non-Muslims? There are millions of them, billions. Non-Muslims.
Non-Muslims, those who are, again, do you remember that I have disclosed about the meaning of definition of the kafir, right? Kafir means the denial, the one who denies the truth. If someone has no access to the truth, right? If someone is looking for the truth, but the truth was not clear for him, he cannot consider as kafir. Kafir is one who have already informed about the Islam, about the truth, about the right way, and after knowing everything about the right path, deny it and go astray. This person is kafir. Not every ghair Muslim, non-Muslim is kafir, no. Every non-Muslim is not kafir. Kafir means the one who refuses, rejects. Who rejects things? When you don't have anything, there is no point to say that you are rejecting it, right? So, bearing in mind that kafir is the one who is denying intentionally after knowing it. Many millions of people, they have died without knowing the truth.
What happens to them?
They will get chance there, even after their death. They will get chance that if you are good heart, having good intention of accepting the truth, you will accept there. Many people, even in the whole, we know about our Imam of the time, when he arrived, many non-Muslims come and believe in him after seeing the truth, after observing his miracles and his position. They will come and accept. Or maybe many people, they used to call him, used to name him, but after arrival, they maybe deny because of their own ideas they have created for themselves, right? We have our own imaginations about our 12th Imam. And if we see he is not fulfilling all the expectations what we have, maybe we are going to deny him. And again, maybe the new person who was kafir that time, even ghair Muslim, non-Muslim, once he saw the truth, he will come and join Imam. So, all about the evidence, right? The Islam is full of evidences. Sometimes, unfortunately, the Muslims could not deliver their duties, pass this Islam to the non-Muslims. Because of our own errors and mistakes, many people are still living very behind the truth. Once they realize, they will come, if they are able to come. Those who deny after knowing, then those people are going to hell. That's for sure. Please recite salawat. And have some your refreshments, please, and recite Surah Al-Fatiha for all your marhumin and marhumat, especially marhumin of myself. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim Malik Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata al-Rahman. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillah. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you so much. Please do ask your friends and relatives and beloved ones to join you in these sessions, because we need more people to understand more about Holy Quran. Unfortunately, people, they don't pay that much of interest, and their interests are all about the worldly things, and Dars-e-Quran and Dars-e-Tafsir is so important. So please ask your beloved ones, your relatives and your friends to join us in this session, inshallah. And I suggest from next week we are going to have 7:30 rather than 8 o'clock, because we have salat time and we don't want to miss salat time as well. So if we start exactly 7:30, we can finish 8:30 and do our salat as well. Please, inshallah, be on time.